Hi, good morning to one and all. In previous lecture, we discussed about classification of metal forming process. In that, the first classification is based on the type of application of force, next based on temperature. Okay, like that we have classified metal forming process. In that, first we will discuss about rolling process. Okay, rolling is a deformation process. It will uh, deformation deform the workpiece into required thickness, okay, by using the rollers. It is a cylindrical shapes have placed together of two rolls or three rolls based on the type of rolling mill, okay, have deforming the workpiece. Coming to introduction about rolling process. In this, here the deformation process is in which work thickness is reduced by compressive forces exerted by the two opposing rollers. Here we are applying compressive forces on the workpiece in the way of direct compression forces are applying on the workpiece by the using of rollers. Due to this, what happened? The workpiece will be deformation takes place. Due to this deformation, in the direction of applying forces, that the thickness will be reduced, and the remaining directions, the dimensions of the work part will be increased, but the volume before and after the process is remaining same. Okay, next, in this process the metals and alloys are plastically deformed into semi finished or finished products by being pressed between two rolls which are rotating. Here the two rollers are used in the basic rolling process. We are using two rollers to complete the process. In between these two rollers we are sending or passing the workpiece. Okay, due to this, what happened? The compression will takes place. Okay, due to this the plastically deformation occur. It will helps to finish the workpiece. Next, the metal is initially pushed into the space between two rollers. Okay, thereafter once the roll takes a bite into the edge of the material. Okay, first we have to just pass the material in between the two rollers. Due to this, what happened? There is friction occur between the workpiece and roller. Due to this friction, it will helps the material, it will pass into the in between the two rollers. Okay, due to this friction, okay, the material will flow into the two rollers. Okay, next the material gets pulled in the friction between the surface of the rolls and material. Okay, due to this the metal will flow into the rolling mills. Okay, next, the material is subjected to high compressive force as it is squeezed, okay, and pulled along by the rolls. Okay, due to the compressive action of force, what happened? The material, the grains in the material will get squeezed. Due to the squeeze, what happened? The material, the elongation will take place. Due to this, what happened? The material will flow into the exit way. Okay, that means it will be pulled along the rolls due to the action of friction. Next, this is a process to deal with material in bulk in which the cross section of the materials is reduced and length will be increased due to the application of forces, compressive forces on the material. What happened? It will be compressed and in one direction and remain in another direction, that is in case of length or width, it will be increased. Okay, next, the final cross section is determined by the impression cut in the roll surface through which the material passes and into which it is compressed. Okay, next, the essential of the rolling process can be understood from the figure. Okay, observed in this diagram, it is of a rolling process, that is during the process of rolling. Okay, here it is a upper roller and it is bottom roller. It will rotate in clockwise direction. Next, anti-clockwise direction, and bottom roller is rotate in clockwise direction. In between the rollers, a gap between the two rollers is nothing but working thickness. Based on this, it will adjust the based on requirement of the thickness. Okay, first it is the workpiece. It is the after finishing of work rolling process. Observed here, we have before the rolling process. The grains are very large in size and equiaxed. Okay, after completion of rolling process, what happened here? The size of the grains will be reduced and equiaxed axe grains are formed. Here observed there is formation of new grains. Next, and here it is the nuclei of new grains will be formed. Okay, after completion of rolling process. Okay, it is about rolling process. Next, rolling is done in both hot and cold. Okay, already discussed. One of the classification of manufacturing metal forming process is based on temperature. Here in a rolling process also we can do in both hot and cold working process. Okay, hot working is nothing but about the recrystallization temperature. Okay, we can do the rolling process, that is applying compressive forces on the rolling metal is known as hot rolling, and cold rolling is nothing but below the recrystallization temperature is known as cold rolling process. Okay, next, in a rolling mills attached to a steel plant. Okay, the starting point is a cast ingot of steel which is broken down progressively into blooms, billets, slabs. Okay, actually the workpieces for the rolling process or metal forming process, it is we can say that it is a secondary manufacturing process, because here the first the raw material for the metal forming process is come under the steel making industry, that is cupola furnace, blast furnace. There are number of process used to make the raw material. Okay, that is cast iron. Okay, based on alloys materials we can manufacture the steel. Okay, that basic form is the ingot of the steel. Okay, by using these we can, it will broken into blooms, billets, slabs or etc. Okay, by using the metal forming process. Coming to in a rolling process, we can convert into ingot from the broken down progressively into blooms, billets, slabs. Okay, next, the slabs are further hot rolled into plate, sheet, rod, bar, rails and other structural shapes like angle section we can make by using the rolling process. Next, okay, conversion of steel into such commercially important sections is usually done in another rolling mill called merchant mill. Okay, like structural shapes, okay, we use rails, like these structures we can done by using this rolling process. Rolling is a very convenient and economical way of producing commercially important sections. Okay, it is economical and very convenient to produce the rolling process. Next, in case of steel, about 3/4 of a steel produced in the country is ultimately sold as a rolled product, and remaining is used as forgings, extruded products and in cast form. Okay, mainly the steel components will mainly create by using the rolling process. Okay, that is 3/4, that is 75% of the steel making. Okay, next, this shown as important of rolling process. Here the rotating roller mills perform mainly two functions, that is pull the work in the gap between the friction between the work part and rolls. Due to this, what happened, the material will flow into the in between the two rollers. Next, simultaneously it squeeze the work and reduce the cross section of the workpiece. Okay, next, coming to types of rolling. Based on the geometry of work, it mainly divided into, that is flat rolling. It is used to reduce the thickness of the rectangular cross section. By using the flat rolling, we can reduce the thickness of the slabs. We can convert the slabs into thin sheets or plates by using the flat rolling process. Next, shape rolling. A square section is performed into a shapes such as I-beam. Okay, based on the requirement shape, we can convert. That is known as shape rolling. That is I section, structural shapes like rails. Okay, is known as these two are come under based on the geometry of work, known as flat rolling and shape rolling. Next, based on temperature of work. Okay, that is known as hot rolling. Here, most common due to large amount of deformation is required in the hot rolling process. That is next cold rolling. Produce finished sheet and plate stock. Already discussed, that is hot rolling is nothing but above the recrystallization temperature. Coming to cold rolling is nothing but below the recrystallization temperature. Okay, observed some of the rolling parts can by using the prepared by using bloom. Here the bloom is converted by using the rolling process into structural shapes like eye and rails. Okay, next the slab is converted into plates and coils. Next the billet is converted into bars and rods. These are the different shapes can be prepared by using the rolling process. Next, coming to hot rolling. Here the rolling of metals above the recrystallization temperature is known as hot rolling. Okay, next the temperature at which new grains are formed in the metal is known as recrystallization temperature. Okay, already we observed in the rolling process diagram. After the completion of rolling process is a formation of nucleus and new grains, small new grains grains are formed. Okay, that is grain growth. Next, the temperature should not be too high, otherwise what happened, the metal will burn and become unsuitable for use. Okay, if there is no deformation will takes place due to the excessive temperature. Okay, up to some temperature we have to heat the metal for the working process, rolling working process. Next, the process of hot rolling as shown in figure. Okay, next, it consists of heating of ingots at about 1200 degrees in soaking pits. Based on soaking pits, we have to increase the temperature of the heating the ingots at about 1200 degrees centigrade. Okay, for the rolling process. Next, hot ingots then passed through a gap between rollers in many stages to get the blooms. Okay, to get the blooms from the ingots, we cannot convert ingots into blue in single pass. We have to pass in number of roll passes. Based on this, we will get ingot into blooms as a required size and shape. Next, the gap between the rollers is adjusted to conform the desired thickness of the roll parts. Based on thickness, we have to adjust the rolls in, that is gap between the two roller surfaces. Okay, next, the blooms are rolled to billets and the billets to the desired sections like flat, square, rectangular, hexagonal and angle rails, I, U, etc. These are the different shapes can be done by using the rolling process by using the blooms and billets. Okay, next, coming to continuation of hot rolling. The angle of bite is usually 40 degrees at the area of contact of rollers. Based on the thickness of the workpiece, it can be varies. Usually it is 40 degrees, that is starting point of the workpiece that is touching the roller and ending point, that is squeezing action, exit of the rolling process. The angle touched by the roller and the workpiece is known as angle of bite. It is usually 40 degrees. Okay, next, the roller impact compression stresses while squeezing the metal. Okay, these results in changes of grain fragmentation and lattice distortion. It will occurs. Okay, in hot rolling, the coarse grains are converted into small grains. Okay, due to the small amount of compression forces are applied compared to the cold rolling process. Next, in case of care has been taken, the correct range of temperature is maintained during the process, otherwise it cannot be convert as in the required shape and size. Okay, in this process, the speed of emerging metal is high due to the elongation observed, the entering of the workpiece into the rolling is less than the exit of work metal from the rolling process. Due to here some amount of elongation takes place. Due to this, what happened, that velocity will increase, that is exit velocity and final velocity will be difference. The exit velocity is high compared to the incoming velocity of the workpiece. Here rolling is normally a hot working process unless it specifically mentioned as cold rolling. Okay, 90% of the rolling process is done by using the hot working process. Next, it is a most rapid method of converting large sections into smaller stocks. By hot rolling, we can produce bars, plates, sheets, rails, angles, and structural sections like I, L, T, C, and shapes, etc. We can done sheet, it will convert into pipes also. So, that is seamless pipes we can convert by using the sheet metal. Okay. Next, the material commonly hot rolled are steel, copper, magnesium, aluminum, and their alloys. Mainly, we will do the rolling process. Next, hot rolled steel has a reddish blue surface. Okay, observed in the diagram of hot rolling process, it is the upper roller and bottom roller. Here the metal workpiece will pass in between the two rollers before the process of the rolling. What here the grain structure, the grain size will high. After the rolling process, the size will be reduced, that is recrystallization of grains will be formed and elongation of grains and squeezing action of grains will be occur. Here the angle between this point and this point is known as angle of bite. Here it is starting of the touching of surface, that is roller and workpiece surface, and ending point. Okay, the angle is known as angle of bite. It is mainly usually lies in the range of 40 degrees angle. Okay. Next, coming to advantages of hot rolling, that is mechanical properties improved. The mechanical properties like toughness, resistance to shock, ductility, and percentage of elongation are improved. Okay, due to the hot rolling process. Next, grain structure refined. The grain structure will be improved. Therefore, the coarse grains are converted into the fine grains, that is a small size. The size of the grains will be reduced. Next, porosity will be eliminated. During the making of steel, some porosity will be occurred in the steel, that can be improved by using the hot rolling process. Next, impurities uniformly distributed. Next, the impurities like slag and evenly distributed through the metal, otherwise they concentrated at one position inside the metal. Okay, shall make it weaker at the position, that is impurities during the defects caused in steel making process. It can be it can be distributed throughout the material by using the hot rolling. It is one of the advantage of the hot rolling process. Next, low pressure is required compared to the cold working process. We apply only low amount of pressure because we are increasing temperature up to recrystallization temperature. It will helps. Okay. Next, coming to disadvantage of hot rolling process, that is expensive process, because here we are increasing temperature. We have to use special equipment for heating the metal. It is one of the main drawback of the hot rolling process. Next, correct temperature and difficult to maintain. Okay, during the increasing of temperature, you have to maintain the temperature in a correct, okay, required temperature. It is one of the difficulties in the hot rolling process. Next, poor surface finish. Okay, because of oxidation will occur in the during the process of hot rolling. Next, difficult to maintain close tolerance. by using the hot rolling. Due to poor surface finish, close tolerance cannot be maintained by using the hot rolling process. Okay. Next, coming to cold rolling process. Basically, a cold rolling is a finishing process similar to hot rolling, except that is done at a room temperature. Okay, is known as cold rolling process. Here, recrystallization does not take place as in case of hot rolling. Next, the pressure required in cold rolling is very high and reduction in size per pass is very less as in case of hot rolling. Here the amount of required force is less and the deformation, that is the reduction size is high. But in case of cold rolling, the required amount of pressure is high and the thickness, the reduction thickness will be less. It is one of the drawback of the cold rolling. Okay. Next, there is a practically no overflow of the sides. Okay. Next, the surface finish is smooth, but as in case of hot rolling, the surface we cannot get good surface finishing. But in cold cold rolling process, we can get very smooth surface. Observe all rollers and workpiece adjustment are same as in case of hot rolling process, but main difference between hot rolling process and cold rolling process, recrystallization of grains cannot be occur in this process. Here the grains will be elongated, that is the size and shape will be changed. Next, coming to rolling process, the material is first hot rolled near the finishing size and then cold rolled to the required size as highly finished. The cold rolling process we can use at the end of hot rolling process, because the temperature will be reduced after the number of passes of material in the hot rolling process. At the end of the rolling process, we can use to maintain the required thickness and shape and smooth finish, we can use the cold rolling process. Okay. Next, the hot roll articles are first immersed in a weak solution, okay, of sulfuric acid to remove the scale and wash in water and then dried. Okay, like that we have to remove any layers, oxidation layers in the material. After that, we have to pass in the cold rolling process. Next, this process of cleaning the hot rolled product is known as pickling action. Okay. Next, the cleaned products are then passed through the rollers at room temperature, is known as cold rolling process. Next, the rolling mills are similar to that used in hot rolling. Next, the cold rolling process has the advantages of providing close dimensional tolerance of 0.025 mm we can maintain by using the cold rolling. It is one of the main advantage of the cold rolling process. Next, it also improves toughness, hardness, mechanical strength, surface finish of the material we can improve. Okay. Next, softer metals like tin, silver, gold, aluminum and its alloys undergo cold rolling process. We can based on soft materials we can require a low amount of pressure. For that case, we use cold rolling process. Okay. Next, advantage of cold rolling. Here, good surface finish. Due to absence of higher working temperature, we can get the oxidation will be reduced. Due to this, the reduction in size per pass is very less. Okay. Next, improved machinability. Close tolerance can be maintained by using this cold rolling process. That is, we can maintain up to 0.025 mm. It is very low tolerance we can maintain by using the cold rolling process. Next, cheap and easy process. Here, because we cannot using any heating equipment, for that here the cost will be reduced. Next, coming to disadvantages of cold rolling. Here, high pressure requirements. Next, the pressure required in cold working is very high. Okay, this is one of the disadvantages. Next, reduction in size is less. Next, grain structure not so fine as in case of hot rolling. Okay. Next, impurities will not uniformly distributed. Okay. Next, the impurities will not be uniformly distributed is one of the disadvantages. Next, it is the difference of hot rolling and cold rolling process. Here it carries above recrystallization temperature, but as in case of cold rolling, it will carry below the below recrystallization temperature. Next, grains will be uniform even after rolling, but as in case of cold rolling, they are elongated after rolling, that is not equally sized. Okay. Next, surface finish will be poor as in case of hot rolling, but in case of cold rolling the surface finish will be good as compared to the hot rolling process. Next, semi finished products like blooms, billets are produced, such as shapes are also can be produced by using the hot rolling. But in case of cold rolling, finished items like plates, flat sheets and foils are produced. Okay. Load required for deformation is less as in case of hot rolling, but in case of cold rolling, the pressure we have to maintain high pressure